Is your romantic partner fantasizing about their ex? Here is one way to tell. I'm Dr. Sarah Hensley. I'm a specialized social psychologist, and I've been studying the science of attachment and attraction inside romantic relationships for nearly 20 years, and this is another edition of Carline Relationship Advice. People with dismissive avoidant attachment, which I cover very thoroughly here on my channel, likely get into phantom ex syndrome somewhere around the 4 to 6 month mark of the relationship, and it can stay for the entire relationship. What is it? Let me tell you. When a dismissive avoidant starts to deactivate, meaning they start to withdraw in the relationship because their wounds around feeling trapped, stuck, having to meet your expectations as a partner, having to be vulnerable, having to be intimate and handle conflict really start to creep up and start to ick them out, the fantasy of their ex starts to pop into their head. Why? Because you are attached to the wounds, and the wounds always squash the feelings. So when you guys start to get hot and heavy and there starts to be more commitment, more vulnerability, and yes, more conflict, the dismissive avoidant partner's wounds rise. That suppresses the feelings. But remember, you are attached to the wounds. So when you go away, feelings start to creep back up. So this is true of their ex. So when this happens, they can start really deeply fantasizing about their ex. And the fantasies can be intense. Like they can almost get drunk off these fantasies, okay? It kind of is like, oh, well, my ex wouldn't have made me feel this way, and my ex never asked me to do X, Y, and Z, and my ex and I never fought over A, B, C. And not all of them, but a lot of them will reconnect with their ex. And they try to keep it on the side because they still don't want to give you up. I mean, but they need to sort of test out the theory that their ex would make them feel better. And in fact, the ex usually does make them feel better if they can reconnect, because the ex, again, isn't tied to all of these big relationship things like commitment and quality time and meeting expectation. They can have this surface level reconnection where they can vulnerability dump because it feels safe. Again, they are the low stakes partner in this situation. And they can sort of have their fantasy realived, reimagined, reinstated. I don't think realived is a word, but whatever. This is one of the reasons that dismissive avoidants are more likely to cheat than the other attachment styles, because they get so icked out by the high stakes partner and the wounds that they press on around having to be essentially involved in all the things that a committed relationship needs to thrive, like closeness, intimacy, vulnerability, time, etc. And so when those things are right in their face, they will feel very distant. Their subconscious will do anything and everything to create distance, and thinking about your ex is one powerful way to create distance, at least emotionally. If this was interesting to you, see me at my website, thedatingdecoder.com. You can use code LOVE14 for 14% off any of my coaching services through Valentine's Day.